All right, this is the Breville Nespresso, and I am going to descale it using a descaling solution. Now, I have Keurig descaling solution only because I didn't have the Nespresso cleaning solution, but it's basically the same thing with citric acid in there. So I'm going to go ahead and use this on this device right here. So what I'm going to do is first I'm going to go ahead and turn this on, and it'll give me the instructions on what to do. So turn this on, and you see right here it says Breville. Right here it says Breville, and it says descale now. All right, so press start to begin descale. So I'm going to press start, and it's going to tell me what to do. It says open and close the capsule lever, which I'm going to do. Open it, all right, and close the capsule. All right, so I did that. And the next step is I'm going to press start. It's telling me the same thing. All right, so I have to go right on this. So move to the next one. It says empty and clean the capsule bucket, drip tray, and water tank. All right, so I'm going to empty and clean all of this. So I'm going to empty this and clean the capsule bucket and tray. All right, so and it shows you, give the description right here. So that's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go ahead and empty this. Empty that. All right, I'm going to clean that. All right, so I'm actually going to clean that a little bit later. I'm just going to put that in place. And it says, all right, I'll do all that later. And then I am going to take this and empty this. All right, so I emptied all of these. I cleaned all of them except for two of them. All right, two of the three that I was supposed to do. And I'll just get to that later. And I'm going to go ahead and go to the next one, by the way. It says fill water tank to descale mark. And I'm going to add 1/3 of this bottle of descaling solution to it because this bottle is 400 milliliters. I just added 500 milliliters of water, and I want to use 1/3 of whatever I put in there, which is just a little bit more than 1/3 of this bottle. I'm just going to go ahead and add. I'm going to eye this. All right, that's about 1/3. And then I'm going to close this. All right, just in case you're wondering, this is the descale mark. It says descale on there. That's how much water you're supposed to fill it. So I'm going to put this back into place. All right, put the top back onto it. And the next step says, all right, we're going to go to the next step. It says, ensure drip tray is inserted. Drip tray is inserted, correct. All right, and place a 1 liter container under the coffee outlet. Okay, so 1 liter container under the coffee outlet. Coffee outlet and steam wand. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and get something to put underneath there. All right, so I have a tray ready for here, so I can move on to the next step. And the next step is, let's see what the next step is. The next step is, it says fill the water, descale mark, add descale liquid. That's what I did. Next, ensure the drip tray is inserted. Did that. Have a 1 liter container. Did that. And then press start cycle to begin descaling. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and press this to begin descaling. All right, so let's see. Let's watch this in action. So I have this right here, and I'm going to press the start button and watch this descale. And it says descaling in progress right here. And water's actually coming out of this. Look at that. Water's going to be coming out of this pretty soon. This is descaling in progress. The water coming out. It's coming into the pan right here. It's descaling it, getting all of the crud out of the machine. All right, it's going to keep on going. Doesn't seem to begin, it's actually hot water, really warm water. It's gonna come out. It's coming out of here. Do not recommend touching this part right here because it is extremely hot. Just gonna keep on coming out. And I'm sure some's gonna come out of the steam wand. You can see that it's coming out of the steam wand as well. It's getting rid of all of the crud that is getting caught up in there. Pretty cool. All right, the next step is saying discard of the liquid from the container. The liquid from the container, it's filled up right here. I'm gonna discard of this like it's asking me to do. All right, I discarded of the liquid. Let's move on to the next step. And it says empty water tank, rinse and clean. All right, so I'm gonna empty this water tank. I'm gonna empty it. It looks pretty empty. I'm gonna empty it again and rinse it and clean it, all right? All right, so I emptied and cleaned the container. I'm not returning it yet because Simon did not say so. And now I'm gonna go to the next step. It says, fill water tank to max level with potable water. So I'm gonna fill this up with potable water. All right, so I filled this up with potable water. Let's go on to the next step. It says, place a liter container under the coffee outlet and steam wand. And so that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna place this under here again. I'm gonna place it in a liter container. This is kind of a bootleg, but it works. All right, just go ahead and get it even like that. All right, so I have it like that and did that and go on to the next step. It says press start. Wait, it didn't tell me to return it, did it? Max level with potable water. I did that. It didn't tell me to put the container back on. Oh, it says place. Nope. It didn't tell me. It says press start to begin cycle. And it says fill water tank. And see, it didn't tell me to put the water tank back on. So I'm gonna put the water tank back on right there, even though it didn't tell me to, but I'm assuming. And it says press start to begin the first rinse cycle. So it might be more than one rinse cycle. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that. And looks like water is gonna be coming out of here, and the steam wand, it's filling it up. It looks like the citric acid solution is coming out of this. It's cleaning it up pretty nice, and it's gonna come out of the wand as well. And it says rinse cycle is in progress. All right, so I'm gonna just let it run through. Well, the rinse cycle is in progress and coming out. And some of it's coming out of the steam wand right here. Pretty cool. All right, midway through, it's telling me to discard the liquid from the container. There's still half of water left in the container back here, but it says discard of liquid down here, all right, which is filling up with the wastewater. I'm gonna go ahead and discard of this. All right, I discarded of the wastewater, of the liquid from the container down here. And now I'm gonna go on to the next instruction, which is place a container under the coffee outlet and steam wand, which I did. I have it back under there. And all right, so I have that. And then I'm gonna press start, and it's gonna I'm assuming, finish rinsing the Nespresso. All right, so the next step, it says empty and clean capsule bucket, drip tray, and water tank. So this is the water tank back here. I'm gonna empty and clean that, all right? And then I'm going to take off, then I'm going to open up this tray, empty, which is empty, and clean that, and then empty and clean this tray at the bottom. Take this off, empty and clean that. All right, so I did all that, cleaned and empty all of that. And next step, fill the water tank to the max level with potable water. I already did that step. And next, descale cycle complete. All right, so that's how you descale. Well, that's how I descale it, my Nespresso unit. This is just how I do it. Don't do what I do. Read your user's manual, owner's manual, and follow that before you descale your unit. Now I'm ready to make whatever type of cup of coffee that I want. Pretty cool. Thanks a lot for watching.